Good evening, Rockville. Today is February 3rd, 2025, and we'll begin meeting number 4-25. We'll start with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I will note today is our Proclamations and Recognitions Day, and we're so excited that we are overflowed with folks in our chamber as well as out in the conference rooms. We're going to be acknowledging some student athletes who've been doing amazing work, and we will also be acknowledging several of our proclamations. So I'm going to ask my colleagues to please join us. Bear with us. There are a lot of people doing great things, and we're so excited to see so many Rockets and others across the city doing well. So it's definitely black and gold here in the chamber. Join me down below.
Got to show my black and gold. So we've got a couple of team championships we're going to celebrate today. First, we are here to celebrate the 2024 Maryland Girls Volleyball State Championships, the Richard Montgomery team. Now, I can tell you all, I went to a number of matches, including the quarterfinal match, and I can tell you it was interesting. On that particular day, there was actually your match, the quarterfinals match, and there was a Wooten football game. You guys dispatched that game so quickly that I was still able to make it to the first half of the Wooten game. That's how incredible they were. And for those of you who don't know, not only were they just incredible in winning the state championships, they did not lose a single match the entire season. So that alone deserves applause, because that achievement is fantastic. In addition to which, there was numerous accolades individually, both on a regional and state notation. I know Corrine did fantastic, making regional second team, and Emma making not only the regional first team, but also recently the Gatorade State Player of the Year. So fantastic. The accolades, tremendous. And for those of you who probably everyone in this room knows, this is actually the back-to-back championship. You guys were all here last year as well. So fantastic accolades. And I know, Coach, you've done an amazing job with this team. So fantastic job with your record with the state championship. Why don't you guys come on? Because we're going to recognize my colleagues. Everybody here, we've been talking about it throughout your season. So we're all going to take part in the presentation. So why don't you guys come up? And so we can make sure that every one of you gets your recognition. And yeah, I think they're in order. So we've got a lot of recognition certificates. We're going to name everybody individual. Going and presenting it one by one is going to be a little tough, but everyone's going to take part in reading it. We're going to start with the coaches and then go to the players. So first, we have the person who needs no additional recognition, but Coach Gretchen Barberstruck. And then we have assistant coach, Jacob Atchin.
I'm the only coach representing.
The only coach representing. Okay. And is Daniel also the away? Is Daniel?
He's not here, but Ms. Dini is here.
Oh, okay. You can take for all the coaches, and we'll recognize them. Just notation: Jacob Atchin, Wes Carver, Rebecca Garanges, and Daniel Whitlow II. Yeah, you can take for all of them. Mayor.
All right, where's our list here? I do want to acknowledge Principal Dini, thank you, and Coach, you guys are doing some magical things at RM. With that, I'll name some of the athletes that we want to, the managers and athletes we want to recognize. Maki Abram, you here?
All managers are also
Okay. Bella Brennan and Keontae Brinster. Coach, I'm going to give you all of these because they're not exactly in order. So how about that? All right. Next we have Councilmember Fulton.
All right. Moving on to our student athletes here. We're going to recognize Katie Chung. Sashesa Doti. Okay, no, I want to do it right. I want to say it right. Sasha Dote. And Anna Georgievic. That one I can do. Congratulations, guys.
All right. So now we do Emma Georgievic. Sorry. Jimar Ezeman.
He's a manager.
Okay. And another manager, but still, Chloe Kennedy.
Okay, now we're going to recognize Ellen Kim, Corinne Howard, and Katie Mitchell.
Oh, I have one manager too, and I'm hoping one of these players are a defensive specialist because that's what I used to do. When you're 5'4", that's all you do. Hadley Mongan. And we have student manager Kiefer Morsley and student athlete Alicia Nguyen. All right, there you go.
Okay, and we've got student athlete Carly Nunez. You're not here? All right, we'll start going down. Then we got student manager Cecilia Pele. Cecilia Pele, is she here? No. Okay. How about Emma Sotomayor? Yeah, there we go. Mayor. Yep.
All right. So next, we're going to recognize Nate Weinstein. Jessica Yao, student athlete, and Amy Yee, student athlete.
Ladies and gentlemen, your state champion volleyball team. All right, guys, the easiest way is if we all pivot a little bit and look towards those two TVs.
Whoever can you go to the top? Okay. All right.
Thank you all.
Congratulations, you guys are
Thank you so
fantastic.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, and underclassmen, we're going for 3 next year, right? Oh, yeah. All right, back to back to back. Back to back to back. No problem. You guys are the best.
I don't have to change hats.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely changing hats.
Hey, RM, check this out. Oh, wearing a Wooten hat.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm still wearing gold. I'm still wearing gold. All right, if the Wooten men's boys cross country team, I think they're out in the waiting room. You guys can come on in, including all family members and friends. What? All right, as we move from one state championship team to another. Oh, here they come. All right, as we move from one state championship team to another, we are now here, and we're lucky enough to recognize another state championship. And if you guys want to, you can just come straight up if you guys want. Yeah, come on. So we're here to recognize another state championships, and this one from the Wooten men's boys cross country team, which won the state championships. And for those who don't know, during this actual state championship, not only did they win regionals, but they came back to put 20 points ahead of the next place cross country team, which was an incredible performance. And their points would put them the winner of any state category in the championship. This was an absolute complete team effort from start to finish. Throughout the season, they were well, but they really kicked it at the end, towards the end of the season, and showed their mettle. So we're proud to recognize this team. And I can tell you, my son's actually a member of the indoor and outdoor track and field team at Wooten. So I know how much time you guys put in over at the track and up and down the hills between Wooten and Frost. So you guys clearly have the strength and the mettle and deserve incredible accolades. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big applause for the Wooten State Championship Boys Country Team. Now we're going to recognize you guys one by one. We've got certificates for all of you, and we're all going to take turns reading your guys' name and getting the applause. It looks like they're not fully in order, so we'll try to get to them, but we'll at least get it to your coach, and everybody can get it towards the end. So first we're going to recognize the coach who needs no further recognition, but we're going to give it anyway. Head coach Kelly Redmond. Do we have it? Yes. This one's in order. And do we have the assistant coach, Regina Gretchel? There we go. And the athletic specialist, who I believe might be at the indoor track and field meet, is Alton Lightsey. You get there? Oh, come on up.
All right, moving on to some of our student athletes. First up, I have Adam Beckman. Adam, congrats. And next, Owen Berman. Congrats, Owen. And I have Brandon Dickerson. All right, congratulations, Brandon. Nice job.
Thank you so much. All right. Next, student athlete, Nathan Downey. Congratulations. Student athlete, Ellis Eppard. And Luke Gabriel.
Next, we have Brandon Keisner. David C. And Edward Sun.
Okay, next up we have Brendan Yerman. And Samuel Zinselmeyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Maryland State champions.
All right, we're all gonna huddle. Can some folks
And I think, is Dr. Bostic here? Come on up, come on up. Our fearless leader at Wooten. Good to see you. All right, and guys, we're looking over to the sides by the TV.
I will also just say thank you to all the parents. I know you did a lot of driving to get folks around, a lot of time watching these matches, so thank you.
Congrats, guys. Congrats.
All right, good work.
I like your name.
No, thank you.
All right, we are moving on to the rest of our proclamations. Maybe not quite as celebratory, but as important. I will tell you all that I did, in fact, try to wear red today for American Heart Month. I do not own a single item of clothing that is red. I got to fix that, but I did the best I could. So, whereas during American Heart Month, we recommit to fighting heart disease by promoting better health, wellness, and prevention awareness in our communities. And whereas heart disease continues to be a leading cause of death in the United States, it affects Americans of all genders, races, and ethnicities. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim the month of February 2024 American Heart Month and encourage the community to engage and to keep up to date on news and activities that will benefit the health and well-being of our families. I move the proclamation.
Do we have a second? Second. Councilmember Valeri seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
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 It is unanimous.
All right, thank you all. I don't think we have a recipient.
All right. So I have the honor of presenting this proclamation for rare diseases. Before I begin, just a note of praise out to all the researchers out there who are going through an uncertain time. I know there's some in Rockville and more around the area. At NIH, NCI, CDC, and on down the line, from cancer to COVID to rare diseases, the work you do saves lives, and I just want to say thank you. You are seen and you're appreciated. Now, whereas there are nearly 10,000 rare diseases and conditions considered rare, each affecting fewer than 200,000 Americans in the United States, according to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, and whereas Rare Diseases Day is the opportunity to advocate for disease care as a human rights priority at local, national, and international levels. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville do hereby proclaim February 28th, 2025 as Rare Diseases Day and encourage the Rockville community to learn more about rare diseases through resources such as the National Organization for Rare Disorders, NORD. Oh, and I moved the proclamation, sorry.
Councilmember Bolton seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say
Aye.
aye. It's unanimous.
Do we have anybody to? All right.
That's today.
Thank you.
Next, we are going to be discussing and honoring Black History Month. It's a time that I'm usually very excited and don't have the heaviness in my heart that I see today. To me, it was particularly important to recognize Black History Month as organizations across the country are being told not to. Black history is American history. You can't take away one without the other. You can't. We also see the removal of a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I know I stand with my colleagues in saying, in Rockville, we're going all in. Inclusion is about welcoming all people, whether that means you're a senior, someone with a disability, someone who's been historically underrepresented. We all matter here in Rockville. And I'm saddened to have this kind of focus because there's so much to celebrate. Resilience, character, innovation. And it is part of our history, and we will not stop talking about it. So we must stand firm in recognizing that Black history is American history. It's woven into our nation's progress. It is why our nation is where we are today. In Maryland, there are many trailblazers. We go back to Frederick Douglass, who escaped slavery to become one of the most powerful voices of abolition and human rights, to Thurgood Marshall, who led a case here in Rockville that changed the course for how teachers are paid, to the Underground Railroad that runs through our state, and recognizing Harriet Tubman. It's not just history, there are living leaders today. First Black governor of Maryland, and many more. Senator Alsop Brooks. We will maintain a nonpartisan nature, and to me, diversity, equity, and inclusion in Black history is a nonpartisan issue. With that, I will read the proclamation. Whereas in 1976, Black History Month, also known as African American History Month, was formally adopted to honor and affirm the importance of African American history, and the theme for 2025 is African Americans and labor. Whereas because of determination, hard work, intelligence, perseverance, African Americans have made valuable and lasting contributions to the city of Rockville and to our country, achieving success in all aspects of society, including business, education, politics, science, and the arts. We are proud of our heroes, our pioneers, from Dr. King to Jesse Owens to Thurgood Marshall to Dr. Mae Jennison. The list goes on. Their achievements have contributed to the American promise, enriching our lives and serving as models for leadership. We are especially proud of our first African-American governor, Wes Moore, and our first African-American senator, Angela Alsop Brooks. And whereas the 67th Mayor and Council of Rockville is the most diverse council in history, and included are the first BIPOC female mayor and council. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville do hereby proclaim the month of February 2025 to be African American History Month, and encourage the Rockville community to learn, to share stories, to recognize and appreciate the many contributions made by African Americans throughout this region, and to participate in the many educational events honoring contributions of African Americans throughout the month. Will someone please move the proclamation?
I move the proclamation.
Councilmember Shaw moves the proclamation. Do we have a second? Second. Councilmember Van Grack seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. With that, it is my great honor. I see some members from the community. I'm going to say all who want to come up. I do want to also recognize Montgomery County Branch President of the NAACP, Linda Plummer, if you would please come up, and also welcome members of the Gaithersburg-Rockville Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. Welcome up. Thank you. This one is for you.
Good evening. I am Linda Plummer, President of the Montgomery County Branch of the NAACP. On behalf of this great branch, I am honored to accept this proclamation observing Black History Month 2025. The NAACP has been involved in the struggle to achieve diversity, equality, and inclusion since 1909, when it was founded by a group of Black and white activists in response to racial violence and discrimination. They recognized that Black history was an integral part of the American history. Now, in 2025, we have reached a pivotal point in saving our democracy by separating the many and varied contributions that Black Americans have made to this country from being a part of the history of the country. It has become a way for it to be erased and not to be taught in our schools nationwide. If we are going to bring people together so that talents can be recognized and encouraged to contribute to the unity of the community, history cannot be revised. History is factual and predicts the future. I congratulate Rockville on the leadership it has assumed in encouraging justice. The NAACP encourages you to join us in positively shaping the world that our children will witness, inherit, and lead. Black history is indeed American history. It is interchangeable and entwined. Again, I accept this proclamation on behalf of all those who labor in the vineyards in this movement to acquire justice. And I stand on the shoulders of the great leaders in this county whom I have earned this seat. Thank you so much, and good evening.
Good evening. I'm thrilled to receive this honor. Our fraternity was founded in 1911 at Indiana University. Our founders felt that we needed to have an organization to help us to get education and to move forward with the students of color in the city as well as on campus. As you know, Indiana University is the home of the KKK. So we felt it very important to establish this organization and to bring forth our motto, progress in every human endeavor. We appreciate this, and we will still be here on our chapter in Gaithersburg-Rockville, alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, to work in the community, not only to feed the hungry, but to give scholarships to our students, as well as help our veterans as well. So thank you, I appreciate this, and look forward to continuing service.